Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we're going to talk about Tiny Epic Dinosaurs. And make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see our videos as they come out. Because, guys, we'll be talking about all of the Tiny Epic games. So if you're interested in those, you want to make sure to subscribe so you can see them as they come out. So you can be the first one. And these are all published by Gamelyn Games.
All right, so in this one, these scientists, these guys are brilliant, man. They found some mosquitoes hidden in amber for millions of years.
Never been done before.
Yeah, and they were able to extract this DNA from these dinosaurs, and they're cloning new dinosaurs, and they are super safe, by the way. Totally safe.
Totally.
Nothing can go wrong here. And on top of that, we are the ranchers, the farmers, if you will, who are in charge of keeping these animals, these dinosaurs, from escaping. We're going to have them be breeding so that we can sell them off to all these different theme parks around the world for kids. It's safe.
Oh, speaking of safe and for kids, have any of you guys read the Michael Crichton?
I'm going to say Cretan.
Book, because I haven't, and I'm wondering if I should, because I haven't read any of his stuff. I know it's so embarrassing, but have any of you read it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
How about you ask your husband next to you? I have.
Oh, you have read it?
It was good. It was totally different than the movies, though.
I didn't even know you read it, but it was good.
I liked it.
Liked it? Okay, well, I would like to hear your thoughts as well as Ryan's thoughts.
I'll comment below. Let me show you how it works. All right, here is our setup for Tiny Epic Dinosaurs. There's this really nice player mat that does not come with the game, but it does really help with the setup and everything else. So I just wanted to show it, but then also caveat, does not come with the base game as is. All right, so over here we've got a ton of these different super adorable little dinosaur meeples. We've got some contracts up at the very top row here that we're trying to fill for our points. We've got our different area over here in the middle. This is going to be where all our actions take place. And then we also have some research down here that's going to give us some points and some special abilities. Every player is also going to have a couple cards down below. This is going to be our ranch where we're going to house all of our dinosaurs. And this is going to be our resource tracker, as well as kind of a chart that tells us how many points each dinosaur is worth and how much food we have to feed them at the end of each round, as well as a holding area. The game takes place over 6 rounds, and we're going to move this little I Love Dinos mug, which is, by the way, fantastic, down every time the round ends. But each round in and of itself has 7 different functions to it, 7 different phases. So the first one is gathering resources. Based off of what is currently uncovered on our board here, we're going to get that many resources. So we're going to get 1 crate of goods here. So we have 1. That's all the trackers kind of along the border there. We've got 3 meat showing, so we're going to have 3 meat. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves. Just like that. Now, every board has the exact same kind of setup, but they're all arranged differently. So everybody has at least one area kind of already pre-fenced in. Everybody has 1 water spot. Everybody has a little river. And usually kind of a border of some mountains, which is going to help fence things in for us. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to arrange our ranchers. So we've got all our little meeples here, and we're going to put them on the board. Wherever you place them, you take that action. But it is kind of a first come, first serve kind of a thing. Let's say we go here. Oh, let's not go down. Let's say we go here. That would allow us to get one of these barriers and put it in our holding area to place later on. Now, other people could place their things, If we wanted to go where someone else has been, it is possible in this game. However, you need to place more meeples than what someone else placed previously to you. So, if someone else has a meeple there, we need to place 2 meeples. So we can place 2 meeples like that, or there actually is 1 large grande meeple that is just slightly bigger than the others. I don't know if you can see that well. It's slightly bigger than the original ones. He can, by itself, go there, and that would work. This first card is the best way to get dinosaurs, but when you go there, you also have to roll this dice. If you roll any of the nets, that just means that you caught a dinosaur. If you roll that wound symbol, it's not actually that bad. What it means is you still get that dinosaur. However, you're going to have to take it and put yourself in the medical leave area, and that basically frees up the board for other people to go there as well. But the really awesome one is if you get this egg, you get a second dinosaur of that same type. That's all those animals that you get are going to go in your holding zone or holding area at the end of the round. There's a card over here that's all just resources. It's going to help you get extra meat or leaves or supplies, whatever you need. And all these cards are also double-sided. This is currently set up for a 2-player game, but you can flip them over if you had more players. It gives you more action spots to go to. There's spots along the bottom here. These are all the research spots that correspond to these cards over here. Now, there's 4 different kinds of dinosaurs. There's the yellow, blue, red, and green. However, you see a big pile of purple ones over here. Now those, how you get those is from these cards. And unlike the rest of them, each one of those purple dinosaurs is different from each other. And they all have different special abilities as well, and they're worth different amounts of victory points. All right, so for instance, our guy here, most chops. I don't know how to say that. If you were to get this from getting one of these research abilities, you would you'd sift through that pile there, you'd find that dinosaur, and you would put it in your holding area like everything else. It's going to move some victory points at the end of the game and give you some kind of special ability that's different from all the other animals. There's other research cards as well besides just dinosaurs. So this one says here's it says mobile barriers. It's a way to move barriers around, which is going to be really, really helpful because normally, once you place them, they're locked in. But that gives you some flexibility. More and more of these cards are going to come out as the game goes on, and they're actually going to stay up. So basically what's going to happen is more cards are going to come out, and these ones are also going to be available as well as these ones that weren't used earlier on. The final spots I want to talk about are these pink ones up here. These are the contract spots. Once you've collected a large amount of dinosaurs, usually by the second round, I'll explain how that works later, but basically once you've got a whole bunch of animals from your actual pin here on your card, from your ranch, you can fulfill these contracts up here. Basically, you have to have whatever animals it says. So the first one there says 1 red and 2 greens. That'll be worth 13 victory points at the end of the game if you can fulfill that contract, which is great. Also, at the beginning of the game, we're all going to get these private contracts that are face down given to us. They're just like the regular contracts, except for they're hidden. They're usually a little more complicated, but they're worth more points as well. Now, these you could only complete if you're completing one of the public contracts at the same exact time. So you really want to plan ahead, try to get all the animals that are on this, as well as all the different animals that are on one of those contract cards, and to be able to accomplish both at the exact same time and get a ton of points. So the third phase of the game is you're going to pull all your different ranchers back. They're going to go into our supply. Now, you will notice here at the end of the beginning of the fourth round, you're going to get an extra meeple to add into your supply, which is nice. You get to do even more stuff later on in the game. All right, so the fourth phase now is called arranging your ranch. Basically, all the animals that you've earned throughout the round, they're going to go into your section, and you can place them however you want. You do need to barricade in all animals. Mountains and water count as barricades. Other, the pre-built ones there counts as well. But remember, whatever you cover up, that's going to be less income for you later on in the next round. If you don't have an animal barricaded in, some bad stuff's going to happen. Basically, they're going to escape. If a meat eater escapes, it's going to eat another one of your animals as well. But if one of your herbivores escapes, it's going to knock down one of your barricades on its way down. So that's you want to avoid that as much as possible, unless you're doing it strategically. The fifth phase is going to be feed dinosaurs. Again, you're going to follow this chart here on the far right of your card. Meat eaters eat meat, plant eaters eat plants, and then the purple dinosaurs that you're going to get throughout the course of the game are going to tell you on the card what they eat and how much. All right, then lastly, there's the sixth phase, which is breed dinosaurs. If you have 2 or more of the same dinosaurs in an area, they're going to make a third animal. That's a great way to get additional dinosaurs. However, it can also get complicated as you have to fill up your board, and that's right before your income phase happens at the beginning of the next round. So you really want to watch that. You want to get some animals, but not too many, or else you're going to get overrun. And then there's the 7th phase of cleaning up, getting ready for the next round. Basically, at the end of the 6th and final round, you're going to count up all the points you've got. You're going to have the points from the contracts, both the public and the private. You're going to count up your points from all of your research that you've done, all those kind of blue cards there. You're also going to get points left over from cards that you have, or animals or dinosaurs that you still have on your board. They're worth anywhere from 2 to 4 points for the ones you still have on the board, and that can be really helpful at the end of the game as well. So whoever has the most points is going to be the winner.
Guys, can I just say that these dino meeples were adorable and amazing. I feel like I'm going to say that for all of the Tiny Epic games, but it's true every single time. And all the little individual purple dinosaurs, and you can tell on the card because there's that picture there, and it's easy to find it because it's all right there, and they're all unique, and they all do a really good job, and nothing falls apart, and the laser cut is just awesome. These dino meeples are adorable and great.
I personally love the worker placement in this game. First of all, I just love worker placement anyways. Usually you go to a place and then everybody else is blocked out from it. In this case, you're not completely blocked out necessarily. You could choose to spend a whole bunch of meeples, at least more than what the previous person's added there in order to take that action. I've seen that in some other games before, but I do like that mechanism so that way you're never completely just shut out and wasted around because you can't do something. You could always do something, you just might have to pay handsomely in order to do it.
Yes, I've done that many times in this game. Usually like that double meeple. You're like, I need to go here. Or what I like to do is I like to place that double meeple.
Just early.
Yeah, especially when I know somebody needs it. Doesn't help me. I haven't won. I just like to play like that.
You made Matt mad. You were like, why did you, what? Why did you do
Just because. I'm normally not that vindictive of a player. But okay, anyway.
It was really funny.
Anyway, I really liked the length of this game. I felt like you were able to get enough stuff to complete contracts 2, if you're lucky, even 3 times. And I felt like that was a really good system. I wasn't necessarily able to do that, but that was my fault as a player of not diversifying. Still upset about that one game that I'll never forget about. But I really liked the length of this game. I felt like it could have gone longer, but it would have been like too long. And I just really liked the duration of the building up, getting all your stuff, and then the game was over. And I liked that.
I do like the research cards. So there's 2 kinds of research cards. There's the ones that give you dinosaur and gives you a special ability within that dinosaur. It can do something cool. Or there's just the research that gives you, as the player, a cool ability that you can use during certain phases of the game. Those customization of your own player board was just really, really fun. I like trying to, getting some of those purple meeples that could like go in weird places. Like some of them could go actually in that little water spot on your board, or like some of the flying ones could go in with other animals because they're flying above it or whatever. Or some of them could go, basically were mimicked and became the other animal. There's just tons of cool dinosaur features, and each one of them, like you said, Bethany already mentioned, they were all custom cut.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they did individual abilities as well. Each one was different from the next, and I love that.
So I am kind of sad about this game, y'all, because you see, Ryan and I typically play the games the most that we want to talk to you about. So there's a lot of games that we love that we don't necessarily get to play as often as we want. And I even thought about lying and telling Ryan, you know what, I don't think we can review this yet because I think we need to play it a couple dozen more times because I'm sad knowing that since we're reviewing this, we probably won't touch it for another couple of weeks, and I don't like that. So I just wanted to lie so we could play some more. So, I mean, that there lets you know my genuine thoughts about this game. Lying to my husband so we can keep on playing. I didn't, as you see, we're recording it right now. I didn't lie.
Yeah.
But I wanted to.
All right, so one of my favorite games of all time is Agricola, and then it has a 2-player version called Agricola All Creatures Great and Small, which I also love. We love to play it together. Yeah. It works really well with 2 players, obviously. This did everything that did, plus more. Yeah. To me, this was an Agricola All Creatures Great and Small killer because it just did such a great job of building those fences, corralling animals. They still the amount of breeding, but instead of just collecting dozens and dozens and dozens of sheep or whatever,
or pigs.
Yeah, you're getting dinosaurs, which we've all seen the movie too. Like, what wins, a cattle or velociraptors?
We do know who wins.
Velociraptors win. So thematically as well as mechanically, this was superior.
So this game like eats that game?
Yeah, basically. So fantastic game, and this on top of that beats it for me. If I ever want to play that, I'll play this one instead because freaking adorable, really, really fun. Love the customization, love the special abilities, and love the table presence, and can play up to 4 players. So all great all around. I don't know what else to say.
Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. You can also find us on Facebook. We're Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. On Twitter, we are Ryan and Bethany 1. And on Instagram, we are Ryan and Bethany.
All right, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.